In today's video, I'm going to be realistically rebuilding the Minnesota Vikings, but with the new addition of Stephon Gilmore. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and or subscribe. If we can get this video to 100 likes, I'll do whatever rebuild the top comment says. But I'm not going to be wasting any more time for the overall look of the team. It's a really unfortunate start to J.J. McCarthy's career. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and act like I was a huge fan of this pick in the draft. I wasn't a huge fan, but no rookie deserves to start their career this way. Really unfortunate what happened to him. I really thought they were going to start him like midway through, then Sam Darnold was going to be the starting quarterback for the first 6 weeks or 8 weeks of the season, but he's now definitely going to be the starter throughout the entire season, if not rotate reps with Nick Mullins, because, you know, Nick Mullins was the starter and then Joshua Dobbs was the starter last year whenever they had an injury with Kirk Cousins. But they also got Aaron Jones, who is, what, 29 now? Yeah, 29. In real life, this is whenever running backs start to fall off, and in Madden, running backs typically decline at the age of 28. That's whenever they start to decline. So I don't know what necessarily they're going to do with him in real life, but in Madden, I may look to replace him in the long future, not the near future. He's going to be the starter for now. So I don't know how I feel about this, especially coming from the Packers, but Justin Jefferson, he's just him. I don't know what else you want me to say there. And then Jordan Addison here, he also seems to be him in a couple years. TJ Hawkinson is out for the first couple of weeks. So honestly, N'Keal Harry, why not just start him at tight end and see what's up there? Because N'Keal Harry got moved to tight end in real life. So that's why he's here in this position. I don't know why I have to say that, but either way, TJ Hawkinson, I'll restart him whenever he's at the midseason mark, so that way he's fully healed from his injury. I don't know if he's going to come back week 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to worry about it at the midseason mark. O-line isn't terrible. Christian Darrisaw here is very good. Reisner, Brian O'Neill. Interior offensive line maybe needs some work with Ingram here. Garrett Bradbury's not that bad. Defensively, though, I think you did a great job stealing Dallas Turner in the mid-first round. I thought that was a great move up from the Vikings because they moved up from, I think, pick 24. Then safeties-wise, Hitman is great. But what is he? He's like 32 now, isn't he? Yeah, 35. My God. Yeah, he is not going to last long on this team. Madden regression is going to eat him alive. Stephon Gilmore was a nice signing. It's a 1-year contract. I really don't think he's going to stay with this team for longer than 1 year. But in Madden, I'm going to try to keep it longer than that. I'm going to need to draft a new defensive back and need to draft a new defensive tackle. Harrison Phillips is like 28, 29. Andrew Van Ginkel is a really underrated edge rusher in the NFL. I like that signing a lot. Ivan Pace is really underrated as well. I'm going to move him up above Blake Cashman. This is what we got for the team. Need a little bit of fixing here and there. J.J. McCarthy isn't going to start, so I guess we're tanking for a better pick this season. Specialist-wise, this is what I have going on. And from there, let's just move into the midseason mark. And with Sam Darnold, we are 0-6 at the midseason mark. Justin Jefferson is going to want an absolute bag now. And for the scouting national focus, it needs to be defensive back. And in the adjust lineup, I'm now going to start TJ Hawkinson. Again, I don't know whenever he's supposed to come back, but either way, we're 0-6. It's not like it really matters. And we have a linebacker breakout challenge. Please be Ivan Pace here. That would be awesome. And it is Ivan Pace. Get middle linebacker Ivan Pace 2 tackles for a loss to upgrade his dev trait. That would be awesome. And for the players ready to negotiate, Aaron Jones just doesn't want to be here. I don't want to pay him $8 million a year just for him to regress over the next 3 years. We're going to see how far he goes down. But he wants to be in a big market, be historic champs in a warm weather state, then why would you sign to a division rival? Cameron Bynum here, I mean, he's about to turn 27, but it's really not a bad contract. I'm just going to sign him anyways, even though he's about to turn 27. Then he'll be 28. I doubt he makes it to an 85 overall, but we'll sign him anyways. Byron Murphy Jr. here has an interest with the team. Honestly, I'll do 4 years. I don't care if he stays here until he's 30. Even if he regresses a little bit, he'll still be nice depth. And then Harrison Phillips, he's 28. It's not a bad 1-year contract, which is exactly what it is, so I'm fine with that just for 1 more year. Dalton Reisner, he just doesn't have an interest with the team. He's 75 overall. He's 29. Not really too interested there. Offensive lineman regression starts around 31, 32, but he just doesn't have interest. And then Lewis Seen here, I forgot that he was a first-round pick, dude, for a second there. He's just been injury-riddled his entire career. It would be nice to have him. It's not worth accepting his option. He doesn't even want to be here. It would be nice to have him as depth, but I'm going to be real here. He's young. He has started, but he's only a 72 overall. He's realistically just going to be a depth player for us. His career has just been thrashed by injury after injury after injury, which really sucks for him because he was awesome at Georgia. I believe that's where he came from. And then Ryan Wright, I'm not going to overpay for this dude, but I'll do a 5-year deal if he accepts it, and he does not. And then all these other guys are just extras, don't really want them, and I'm not going to re-sign Sam Darnold. So for now, let's move into the playoffs. And we finished 6-11, second in the division. That's not what I wanted to see. I guess starting TJ Hawkinson completely changed everything, but we're still going to get a bad pick in the draft, which is kind of what I wanted. I mean, our team wasn't going to perform well anyways. Stats and awards, Sam Darnold here is, I mean, not horrible for what I expected. 23rd best offense, 26th the best defense. Did I say earlier that Justin Jefferson was going to get paid a bag? Didn't he already get paid a bag in real life? I'm pretty sure he did. I don't know why I said that. I'm sure someone's going to comment about it. Either way, 3,400 yards, 22 touchdowns, 11 receptions, 92 pass rating. Not horrible for a 71 overall quarterback, but obviously not the QB of the future with J.J. McCarthy next season. Rushing-wise, Aaron Jones, 1,000 yards, 4.2 per carry, 15 touchdowns, 3 fumbles though, but still 15 touchdowns, 4.2 per carry is a nice season. Receiving-wise, Justin Jefferson, only 3 touchdowns, 1,200 yards, 108 receptions. I mean, he has Sam Darnold as quarterback. Jordan Addison at 6 touchdowns, 800 yards. Trent Sheffield getting some reps, and then TJ Hawkinson only played half the season. Defensively, Ivan Pace Jr. with 120 tackles for a loss, 17 for Jerry Tillery. That's surprising. 14 for Dallas Turner, 13 for Harrison Phillips, 10 for Jonathan Bullard. Then sacks, 6 for Dallas Turner, and then, wow, very lackluster in the sack department here. Interceptions, 4 for Stephon Gilmore, 3 for Byron Murphy, and then safeties on the team is 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. Pretty sure Stephon Gilmore's contract is for some reason 3 years long. Yeah, so whenever you sign a free agent in the Madden rosters or whatever and not in Madden franchise, whenever you import a roster, for some reason it's always 3 years when it should be 1 year. So I'm just going to change it to 1 year right now and then negotiate his contract at the end of the season, which is what it should be. And then Lamar Jackson wins the Super Bowl MVP, beating the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott winning league MVP, sure dude. And Offensive Player of the Year, continues to have a broken playbook. Brian Thomas wins Rookie of the Year. Edgerrin Cooper wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. In the NFC North, Hitman and David Quessenberry retires. Same thing with Kevin Zeitler on the Lions. For the team upgrades, I'm going to start J.J. McCarthy now. He goes up. Yeah, I guess he was in training. He was a 72. Now he's a 75, even though I made him a 3rd string. Aaron Jones has dropped from an 89 to an 82 in 1 year. He's cooked. But for the rest of the offense, we look the exact same. Defensively, what do we have? Dallas Turner comes with start Ev. Ivan Pace goes up to start Ev. I forgot to look at his breakout challenge, but he may or may not have gotten it there. Lewis Cine, I should have started him from the beginning just because of his star dev, but we'll see how he performs. Jerry Tillery, after having 17 tackles for a loss, goes up to star dev, but he is 28 years old already, so he's not going to be useful. And then Stephon Gilmore, without the boost, drops from an 87 to an 84 overall, so there are some players that need some work here. Van Ginkel goes from an 84 to an 81. I'm going to need new defensive back, new edge rusher here, new running back realistically. Kind of sucks, but we're just going to have to deal with it. And for the team re-signings, Aaron Jones now wants only $6 million a year, but it's like he really doesn't want to be here that much. I'm going to sign him for this. If he accepts it, he accepts it. And if he doesn't, which he doesn't, he's going to walk. I'm just not going to sign a guy that's 30 years old. He didn't do bad last season, 3 fumbles, but 15 touchdowns, 4.2 per carry. He's not going to give me that same performance after dropping 7 overalls in 1 season. Lewis Cine, I'm not going to accept the option. Stephon Gilmore, he just doesn't want to be here. I mean, this wouldn't be bad. Let me give him more money, do 1 year, $9 million for 1 year. He re-signs with the team. I'll do that since I don't have any other defensive backs right now. Dalton Reisner is 30, 76 overall, no interest with the team. He can walk. Everyone else here, I'm just not interested in, so I'm just going to hit free agency. After free agency, I got Nick Chubb at running back. I don't care if he's 29. He had moderate interest with the team. 93 overall, superstar X Factor. Got Javon Holland, and I'm going to move him to strong safety. Sorry, Lewis Cine's just going to be a depth player if I re-sign him in the next season. Then we got punter Ryan Stonehouse. Had no interest with the team, but nobody else made an offer. Got him for 5 years, and the rest of the rebuild on a base contract. Then got BJ Hill as a 1-year Band-Aid player to replace Harrison Phillips. A top 5 edge rusher projection has fell to us at pick number 8 in the draft. 6'2", 250 out of UCF here. He has good speed, elite jumping, great change of direction, solid strength. A to C awareness is what worries me, but A finesse moves, A hit power, B pursuit. Andrew Van Ginkel's regressing. I don't know if we're going to have a top pick like this again, and I'm really interested in Sebastian Neal here. But there's also Damian Smith, 6'4" and 250 out of Oregon here. Physicals look better. They do look a lot better here. B awareness, B block shedding, catching I don't care about. He's an edge rusher. A finesse move, C hit power. I mean, physically and athletically, he looks better. And what worries me, I mean, he's taller, he's the same size, he's athletically better, he's not as well balanced as Sebastian Neal, But Sebastian Neal's athletics definitely aren't bad. The other guys are just slightly better. And then Sebastian Neal has B pursuit as well. So, and he also has A hit power. These other guys, I don't know. Damian Smith looks really good as well here, getting that other edge rusher. His pursuit is A to C, so we're going to assume that's a B. I think I might choose Damian Smith here over Neal just because Neal's a top 5 projection. People are passing on him. Usually I see top 5 edge rushers go at pick number 1 or 2. So that worries me about his dev trait, something the AI knows that I don't. I know that sounds stupid, but trust me, I played the game long enough to know that. Damian Smith, I could be completely wrong on the other guy, but I think I'm going to pass on Neal and go with Damian Smith here. Let's see what we have. He's a B projection, and we have hidden dev. Love to see it. He's going to start over Andrew Van Ginkel, 6'4", 250, 81 strength, 84 speed, 90 acceleration, B's and A's across the board. He will be the new starter. Round 2 to 3 projection, but a first-round talent here on Steve Porter. I like that it shows me the talent, even though I only scouted him 95%. It's close enough, basically. A good athleticism here. B's across the board. Very balanced here. He is a man-to-man archetype, but he also has B zone coverage along with his B man coverage. A hit power as well. Steve Porter, first-round talent, taking him in the second round, and he is a B pick as well with hidden dev, 91 speed, 94 acceleration, 90 change direction, 6 foot, 208. Teammate Oregon with Damian Smith, so they got some chemistry on the defense here. You love to see it. Also in that draft, I didn't have a 3rd or a 4th round pick, so 5th through 6th picks aren't really that good. But either way, I think we had a solid draft. Not too much help, though, for J.J. McCarthy in his first starting season. But as always, in almost every rebuild that I have a rookie QB, I always get Andy Dalton as a mentor QB just to boost the XP of my quarterback. And this is what we got going on for the team for year number 2. Offensive line has taken a little bit of a step back because Dalton Reisner is not there. Let me see if there's anyone better in free agency, actually. Yeah, I did find someone slightly better than a 66 overall, so I'm just going to sign the 72 overall left guard as a temporary Band-Aid player for this year. And that looks a little bit better for the interior offensive line. The exterior on the offensive tackles looks really nice. Got a lot of weapons here for J.J. McCarthy. Can hand it off to Nick Chubb when he needs to. Has arguably the best wide receiver in the NFL. Got a young guy, Jordan Addison. Got T.J. Hawkinson as well. Defensively, what do we have here? Damian Smith is a 77 overall with the boost. Porter is a 77 with the boost as well. He's going to be the number 3. D-line isn't crazy. The edge rushers look good. The interior, isn't crazy. But overall, like what we have. Javon Holland's a really nice addition as well, specialist-wise. Smith is going to start. B.J. Hill's there. Porter is going to be in the slot. Why is Jefferson in the slot? Let's put this guy Beal in the slot. Justin Jefferson at my number 1. Pace is going to go here. And if you guys know me, I hate 3-4 schemes. They just don't ever work well. But I looked it up. Base 3-4 with Atlanta's better. I was using like 3-4 disguise before, and it seems to be a good scheme fit. Multiple zone run. Dallas offensive playbook is always undefeated. I never perform poorly with this offense unless, of course, you have a really bad overall offense. But defensively, 3-4 Atlanta playbook. Let me see how it works. We are 4-3 at the midseason mark, and we are 2nd in the division with the current 7 seed for our conference. For the scouting national focus, I'm going to do interior offensive line here. And for the players ready to negotiate, said that a little bit too early, but either way, $66 million in cap room. I want Ivan Pace back. Number 0, 5-year contract, $8 million a year. He resigns with the team. Lewis Seen. This is a dummy cheap contract. Can I just do player friendly? Do 4 years, $3 million a year. He resigns on that. I'm fine with him as depth. He's not going to be a starter. Let's just be real here. Harrison Phillips has an interest with the team. He's going to regress by the end of the season. I want to see how far he regresses. Andrew Van Ginkel, I just don't want him. I have his replacement. How much does he want? Probably like $12 million a year. Only $8 million a year. It's not a bad contract. He just didn't give me much numbers last year, and Damian Smith is the future for us. He'll probably be a higher overall by the end of the season. Stephon Gilmore doesn't want to be here. I'll probably overpay for him if he stays above an 82 overall. And then everyone else here, B.J. Hill, all these other guys, not really interested in other than Andy Dalton. I guarantee you he's going to retire after this season. I would like to keep him as a mentor if I can, but he almost always retires. I mean, he's 37, so it's understandable. C.J. Ham, then Jordan Addison. I will accept this option whenever I get a chance. But for now, team's looking pretty nice. 4-3. Hopefully we make the playoffs in year number 2. Here we are in the playoffs going 10-7, taking the 4 seed, top of the division. I did not expect that. Here to face the Eagles. They're 12-5, but we are better than them in every overall ranking, so it's great to see that. For the stats and awards, J.J. McCarthy looks sick in his pass rating and the passing yards. 15th in passing touchdowns. Best offense in the NFL. 12th best defense in the NFL. 27 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. Isn't the best, but 105 passer rating. This is a great first season. I'm not expecting him to ball out in year number 1, but for not a rookie, year number 2 guy who's had time to learn, has a mentor. I mean, for his overall great season, love to see it. Nick Chubb, 4.9 per carry, 1,400 yards, 16 touchdowns, only 1 fumble. Amazing year from him. Then receiving wise, Justin Jefferson with 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. I expect more from a 99 overall. I know, like, this is a great season, don't get me wrong, but like, he's a 99. I'm expecting 1,500 yards, double-digit touchdowns, close enough. And then Jordan Addison, almost 1,000 yards, but only 2 touchdowns. Jason Beal, the slot, with 6 touchdowns, 900 yards. Good for him. DJ Hawkinson, 6 touchdowns, 700 yards. Ivan Pace with 100 tackles for a loss, 15 for BJ Hill, 14 for Damian Smith, the rookie, 13 for Harrison Phillips, 11 for Dallas Turner, sacks, 7 for Dallas Turner, 6 for BJ Hill, 4 for Harrison Phillips, and I started Damian Smith at the rush edge. I believe is he a speed rusher or is he a power rusher? Either way, he's not a run stopper, and he's getting a lot of tackles for a loss, but I need more pressure here. DJ Turner, I know these guys are young, but I'm expecting a little bit more than just 2.5 sacks for being a top 10 pick. But interceptions, 2 for Stephon Gilmore, 2 for Byron Murphy. Safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns, 0. Can J.J. McCarthy get his first ever playoff win in his first ever playoff appearance? And he does, here to face the Seattle Seahawks. I really wish I could see the score on that game. I don't know why they don't just put it right below the wild card thing, but still, here to face the Seattle Seahawks, who are 9-8. We have a better record. We're at home. We have a better overall by a wide margin here. We are 4 overalls higher than the Seahawks. This should be a win. Can we do it? And we do. And we're going to lose here because the Cowboys are 15-2. 3 overalls higher than us. I mean, I'll still look to see what we have. Oh, did I not turn on? Oh, no. Why is Aaron Jones on the game plan? Did I just see that right? If I do this, go to weekly strategy. Am I bugging? No, I guess they didn't fix that. Aaron Jones is not on my team, is he? I hope not. No, he's not on my team. It's just EA Sports, my favorite. But what is wrong with my scouting? Not my scouting, my weekly training. My weekly training is manual off-season free agent bidding. I accidentally turned that on auto. That's my bad. I meant to turn on not trades and free agency. Please don't do that. Weekly training. So yeah, that is my bad. Practice manager reps. Scout college players. I don't even know why this is here. It doesn't even matter if this is on auto or not. I don't think so, because you don't even have any scouting points anymore in Madden to actually scout anyone. That hasn't been a thing since like Madden 22, right? But either way, weekly training, I should have that. I just changed it back to manual. I'm an idiot. And there. Now we have it back on auto, which is what I meant to do. I've been missing out on weekly training XP because I didn't have that on auto. I feel so stupid. I'm going to skip that, and now we can finally get into the game. Here we are against the Cowboys. They're going to open up with 7. We're going to respond with 3, and then they're going to put another 3 on the board here, and then they're going to make it 17-3. Offense needs to wake up, dude. 20-3 here against the Cowboys. I mean, they're the Cowboys, but still, dude. 27-10 against the Cowboys. 12. Okay, I guess we got a safety, and then 12-30. We're going to lose here, but still, 26-37. We came back there. My defense allowing 37 points is completely unacceptable. 3 touchdowns, 404 yards from J.J. McCarthy. He didn't turn it on until the second half, but Dak Prescott, just stomped all over my team. Dak Prescott putting up 4 touchdowns with 140 pass rating with no interceptions in the playoffs. Yeah, absolutely not. And wow, the Cowboys beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Your league MVP, Dak Prescott. Sure, dude. Micah Parsons wins the Super Bowl MVP. Mike McCarthy here wins Coach of the Year. CeeDee Lamb wins Offensive Player of the Year. That makes sense. And then no Rookie of the Year, unfortunately, for the Vikings. In the NFC North, Andy Dalton retires, to be expected. And then for the team upgrades, offensively, Beal goes up to star dev. That's nice to have a receiver 3 with star dev that I don't have to pay at all during this rebuild. And then for the rest of the team, for the rest of the offense, I don't see much of a change. I mean, you see Nick Chubb here goes down to a 91, 89 without the boost. But we see here that Dallas Turner goes up to Superstar Dev. Smith comes only with Star Dev, and Andrew Van Ginkel, to be predicted, drops below Smith in overall. Porter comes with Superstar Dev. You love to see that, especially since it was a steal in the draft. Actually, he gets increased to Superstar Dev. Doesn't even tell me why. He just gets it, but okay. So he has Return Man, blah, blah, blah. Unfakeable, on the ball, persistence. I mean, on the ball, sure, let's just do that. And for the players ready to negotiate, Jordan Addison doesn't want to be here, and I kind of want to know why here. He wants to be historic champs, dude. I mean, we got pretty close this year, but still, you didn't choose to be in the Vikings, but come on, man. Either way, I'm going to accept his 5th-year option. Harrison Phillips is still an 80 overall? honestly, I'll keep signing that. If he keeps coming, I mean, it was 11 million for his contract last year. Now he wants 14 million. So I guess I'll just sign it for another year since I have the money. Stephon Gilmore has an interest with the team. Super Bowl chase, he believes. I'll do another year with him since he's not below an 82. Like I said before, all these other guys, Andrew Van Ginkel can walk, and yeah, just all these other guys, not really interested in, other than maybe BJ Hill. 10 million a year, 3 years. I don't know about that one, buddy. Yeah, I think I'm just going to let him walk. They got Isaiah Pacheco in free agency too. I never see these type of running backs in free agency, but I already got Nick Chubb. They got Brock Purdy, and I'm going after DeMarcus Lawrence, dude. Need to beef up my D-line. After free agency, I only got 2 players because I only have $9 million left in cap room. I got DeMarcus Lawrence here on a 2-year contract. Then I got Ryan Kelly just as a 1-year Band-Aid player, just in case I don't draft a new center, but he's an 81, even though he's 33 years old. DeMarcus Lawrence is a 90 overall, so he's going to beef up that interior of our 3-4 scheme. So even though I do have Stephon Gilmore, I just got another superstar defensive back in Porter, and I have Byron Murphy. I don't think Stephon Gilmore is going to be with the team next season. I don't really need anything else on the team. Maybe middle linebacker, defensive tackle. I'd rather pick those up in later rounds. But we got Darrell Hunt here. Great strength, elite agility, elite change of direction, good speed, good jumping, solid acceleration, A man coverage, A press, balanced with the zone coverage, B tackle, man-to-man archetype. He is 6'3" out of Central Michigan. He looks great. So I think I'm going to take him here in the late first round. Let's see what we got. A+ pick with hidden dev. Love to see it out of Central Michigan, which is not even Michigan State or Michigan, but 92 speed, 90 acceleration, 96 change direction, and 92 agility is nuts for a rookie. This guy's probably going to be high overall, but he has B to D awareness. Then in round number 2, getting a new right guard in Sidney Frazier here out of Oregon, 6'3", 330, hidden dev, 88 strength, 79 acceleration, 81 jumping, A's and B's across the board. He's going to be the starting right guard. And now we're going to be signing big Kirk Cousins back to Minnesota because he has the mentor tag and a bridge QB, but it's only 1.75 million here. So he's going to mentor the guy that he got replaced with. So this is the team after the draft, and didn't really have a good left guard again, but I'm just going to leave it the way it is, and we got Kirk Cousins as well. Maybe there is a better guy in free agency that I can get at left guard. Defensively, anyone else? We got DeMarcus Lawrence, of course. Hunt is an 78 overall. Please tell me he's in the slot. He's not in the slot. Don't want that. Do I start Porter? I think I am going to start Porter over Gilmore, and then we're going to have Hunt in the slot. Byron Murphy is going to be the 3, and I like what we got here, specialist-wise. Anyone else that I really care about here? Probably not. I mean, do I want DeMarcus Lawrence rushing over Smith? I mean, Smith is not a higher overall, so I think I'll just keep Smith there. DeMarcus Lawrence can be the other rush end, but either way, or can I put DeMarcus Lawrence at rush defensive tackle? I think I'm going to do that instead. Yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence is an 88 overall rush defensive tackle, and then I'm going to have Smith coming off the edge over DeMarcus Lawrence, so we're going to replace him with Damian Smith coming off the edge there, and then my slot defensive back, I'm going to replace Stephon Gilmore and put Hunt there for this year. He's 76 there. That's pretty good. Like to see that. Anyways, year number 3, let's move in to the midseason mark. At the midseason mark, we are 3-3 here to face the 4-3 Packers, so if we win this could be big for us, but we are 3-3, bottom of the division. Really sucks. But let's see what we have here for the Scouting National Focus. Scouting National Focus, I'm just going to do defensive tackle here. Probably won't re-sign Harrison Phillips once again. And the players ready to negotiate. Brian O'Neill doesn't want to be here. Not going to re-sign Harrison Phillips. Blackman, Mekhi Blackman, I've been seeing the trade offer button for him. I don't want him on the team anymore just because I already have the defensive backs that I want. He's already 27. So let's see if I can find a team that's interested. And the Seahawks show an interest with him. How much are they willing to give up? Will they give up their 3rd round pick? It's going to be a high overall 3rd round pick. If they do, and they're willing to give it up. All right, so Mekhi Blackman off to the Seahawks for a 3rd round pick. Brian O'Neill, he wants no state income tax. I can't do anything about that. Am I really willing to pay this dude? Like, even on his base contract, $22 million? That's kind of outrageous. We're at the bottom of the division. I'm honestly just considering trading him right now because he has no interest with the team, which means I'm probably going to have to give him very player-friendly money, which means $30 million a year for a right tackle that's going to start regression in the next year. No, I'm not doing that. I'm trading Brian O'Neill. Stephon Gilmore, he wants to be here. He's going to be 36. He's probably going to drop below an 80 overall. Ryan Kelly, we're going to see at the end of the year. All these other guys, Dallas Turner and J.J. McCarthy, I'm going to accept their options even though they don't want to be here. Probably won't even have to worry about it either because it's only a 4-year rebuild. But Brian O'Neill, you are out of here. I'm going to try to make an offensive tackle swap for him. All right, that's kind of crazy. I can't tackle swap a 75 overall star development right tackle and a 5th round pick for an 86 overall proven veteran. That's kind of lame. But somehow this goes through. All right, 86 overall, Brian O'Neill, who wants way too much money, and a 5th round pick for Anton Harrison, who I don't have to pay, and I can accept his 5th-year option. He's an 85 overall, and he's only taking up 4.2 million cap. That was an absolute W trade. He only goes down 1 overall, and he's only going to progress for us instead of regress. And if he wants money, I'll pay him because he can progress. And hopefully he doesn't want like $30 million a year. But this is really good for the team, and I just refreshed the roster, so it probably just screwed my specialist. It did. I'm going to have to adjust that. Hunt, let's move him into the slot now. And yeah, I'm going to have to move DeMarcus Lawrence into rush defensive tackle. So everyone else here, I'm just going to wait until the end of the season to look at their contracts. I have $36 million to spend. J.J. McCarthy's and Dallas Turner's contract I don't have to worry about in this rebuild, especially with their options. So for now, let's move into the playoffs. And we go 9-8, bottom of the division, missed the playoffs. Unfortunate season. Really unfortunate because we had a solid season last year. J.J. McCarthy looks like a league MVP here. He is 3rd for league MVP. Did our defense suddenly just do trash with the improvement of DeMarcus Lawrence? And no, it's mid. But still, with the improvement of DeMarcus Lawrence, we should have done better. McCarthy, 4,500 yards, 45 touchdowns, still 11 interceptions, 115 pass rating. Easily the quarterback of the future. Top 3 for league MVP. That should get at least superstar dev now. And then Nick Chubb, 1,300 yards, 4.7 average, and then 10 touchdowns. Receiving wise, we have Jason Beal outperforming Justin Jefferson. Less receptions, more yards, so a higher average, slightly higher average, 1 less touchdown. He's going to get superstar dev. I've said it before and I'll say it again, dude, but like it just matters if you're in the slot. He's outperforming Jordan Addison. If I put Jordan Addison in the slot and Jason Beal at 2, Jordan Addison would outperform him. But Jason Beal, 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson, 13 touchdowns, 1,200 yards, 103 receptions. Jordan Addison, same yards as last year. I think exactly the same. And then 7 touchdowns. T.J. Hawkinson, 10 touchdowns, 800 yards. Defensively, Ivan Pace with 109 tackles. Blake Cashman with 105 tackles for a loss. 12 for Damian Smith, 12 for Harrison Phillips, 10 for Dallas Turner, sacks, 20 for DeMarcus Lawrence at rush defensive tackle. You love to see it. 11 for Dallas Turner. I'm glad that he's starting to put up numbers. Damian Smith still only put up a total of 6 sacks in 2 seasons, but his tackles for a loss are really nice. So I'm going to keep him going there. And he also has 71 tackles. So he's not bad for us at all, but he's not generating the QB pressure that I want him to. I wish it would show QB pressures and actual yards allowed for defensive backs. But either way, DeMarcus Lawrence is balling at rush defensive tackle. Darrell Hunt with 2 interceptions. The rookie, Stephon Gilmore, with 2 interceptions as well. Then at safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. And the Cowboys make it to the Super Bowl for the 3rd year in a row. But at least the Chiefs win here, which isn't really an exciting thing. But Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl MVP. At least the Chiefs being the Super Bowl is realistic. Lamar wins another league MVP. John Harbaugh, Coach of the Year, and Lamar wins Offensive Player of the Year. And really, there's no Rookie of the Year, not even Darrell Hunt for Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's upsetting. In the NFC North, Kirk Cousins, Ryan Kelly, and Stephon Gilmore all retire. For the team upgrades, J.J. McCarthy does go up to superstar dev. Nick Chubb drops all the way to an 82 overall. Damn, that is really unfortunate. I guess I should have signed Isaiah Pacheco in the previous season. Beal goes up to a superstar dev, even though he outperformed my 99 overall X Factor, so he should probably be an X Factor, but still not going to change it. T.J. Hawkinson is an X Factor. Need a center and a left guard. Defensively, what do we got? DeMarcus Lawrence. Guess what? He gets 20 sacks in the season. How about we give him minus like 3 overall? EA Sports. Also, I don't care what anyone says. Dude had 20 sacks in a season. Are you going to tell me he doesn't deserve Superstar X Factor? I'm giving him Superstar X Factor after they just lowered his overall for having 20 sacks in a season. And then Hunt here, Darrell Hunt has only star dev, but that's fine with me because Stephon Gilmore just retired. That's why I drafted a new DB. Porter is going to start. Not really crazy at the secondary position here. A lot of depth, but 82 overall, 81 overall, 82 overall. Bynum is an 80 overall. Lewis Seen is 74, but need a new middle linebacker to pair with Ivan Pace. Need a new defensive tackle to replace Harrison Smith. I know I have DeMarcus Lawrence, but still I want depth at that position. And we're an 86 overall team. It's nothing crazy, but I need a ball in free agency. Hopefully there's another good running back. If not, I'll just stick with Nick Chubb. And I'll accept the option for Dallas Turner, and I'm going to accept the option for J.J. McCarthy. Harrison Phillips is going to walk, and then all these other guys here are going to walk with him. Kyle Hamilton is here. That would be a sick pickup. I just don't need another strong safety. Tyler Linderbaum, though, absolutely, I'll take you. After free agency, I did not get... who would you call it? The center? Yeah, Tyler Linderbaum. I gave him the highest offer. I gave him 5 years, and his salary was like $27 million a year, but he decided to go to the Panthers for some reason. Still, I got Andrew Brewer, 77 overall, not as good. Got Drew Sanders as a secondary middle linebacker. Then I got a left guard in Elton Jenkins. Now I'm going to be trading away a second-round pick for 82 overall, Daron Payne. Need a defensive tackle on my line. And even though he's 30, I'm going into my final year, so it doesn't really matter. In the first round, even though I'm at a mid-pick here, I'm probably going to reach on this guy. 6'4", 287. He's going to be the 3-4 defensive end. Solid athleticism, A block shedding, A tackle, B power moves, B awareness, and B impact blocking. Carlos Tompkins here out of Florida, 6'4", 300 pounds, hidden dev, 86 strength, 77 speed, 80 acceleration, A's and B's across the board, as we reviewed, B+ pick. And then in the third round, getting a new center, didn't have a second round pick, traded for Daron Payne. We got Carson Dwyer here, not Dreyer, Dwyer. We got a Florida and a Florida State guy, 6'5", 300 pounds, hidden dev, 86 strength, 79 acceleration, A's across the board. So even though I did get Brewer, I'm still going to start Dwyer here. I hate saying that last name, it's weird, but even though he isn't as high as an overall, he probably will progress past him during the season. Offense looks really good. McCarthy's up to an 89. Nick Chubb's an 82 right now. Defensively, DeMarcus Lawrence, I'm going to play him at rush defensive tackle. Tompkins is a 73 overall. Team looks really nice. Specialist-wise, what do we have here? Darrell Hunt's in the slot, and everyone else looks good. Tompkins not going to be there, and then I'm going to put Smith at rush right end. Everything else looks good. 88 overall team. Not a baller team, but we did get to the conference championship with worse, so let's see if we can do it again. Here we are in the playoffs, finishing 13-4, as we didn't get the top of the division. The Packers are 13-4, and they're better than us. Really sucks that we go from a 1 seed to a 5 seed just from that, especially coming off of back-to-back wins to division rivals here from week 18 and 17. You're going to face the 10-7 Seahawks. We're better than them in every way. Hopefully we can beat them like we did in previous years. But stats and awards, let's see what we have here. J.J. McCarthy looks amazing once again. Is that league MVP, second for passing yards, first in passing, first in passer rating, my bad. But J.J. McCarthy does win the league MVP. He will be a superstar X factor, second in passing touchdowns and passing yards, third best offense in the NFL. Okay, I don't know how EA manages to do this. 26 defense for what, dude? Literally for what? 4,700 yards, 42 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 124 passer rating. Rushing wise, Nick Chubb, 16 touchdowns, 2 fumbles, only 3.4 per carry though. He's becoming washed out. 16 touchdowns is nice, but 3.4 per carry isn't great. Justin Jefferson finally putting up 99 overall numbers, 16 touchdowns, 1,600 yards, 116 receptions. Jordan Addison finally pushing him past the 1,000-yard mark, 1,003 yards, only 3 touchdowns. Jason Beal, 13 touchdowns, 800 yards. TJ Hawkinson, almost 800 yards, and then 8 touchdowns. Defensively, Drew Sanders here with 100, not Saunders, Sanders. I don't know why I say Saunders. Sanders here with 106 tackles for a loss, 14 for DeMarcus Lawrence, 11 for Damian Smith, 11 for Daron Payne, sacks, 11.5 for Dallas Turner, 9 for DeMarcus Lawrence, 7 for Damian Smith. He's slowly increasing his sacks every year. Not worth a top 10 pick in my opinion, but he's still been solid for us. Dallas Turner has developed nicely. DeMarcus Lawrence has always been good for us ever since we signed him. And then interceptions, 2 for Sanders, Ivan Pace, and a bunch of others here. I'm not going to read out all of those guys, but safeties, 1 for DeMarcus Lawrence, defensive touchdowns, 1 for Byron Murphy Jr. Fourth and final year, can we beat the Seattle Seahawks in the wild card round? And we do. Here to face the 11-6 Philadelphia Eagles, as we are 13-4, and we get home field advantage here. So that is an absolute W. You love to see it. But let's see if we can beat the Eagles to move on back to the conference championship. Here we are against the Eagles. They're going to open up with nothing. We're going to open up with 7, and then nothing again. Then we get the ball back. 14-0 start for us in the second quarter. 14-7, 17-14 at halftime as they get one off right before the end of the half. We open up the half with 7, get another 3 on the board. Defense is performing well despite them being 26 in the league, and they're finally going to take a lead here. Do not choke this. Play key moments. Let me actually hop into this. Third down alert. 3rd and 6. I'm actually going to hop into this, try to get the first down, of course, and then if we cannot, I'll play defense, but I'm just going to go to my go-to here. 3rd down and 6. What are we going to have? TJ Hawkinson's going to be wide open. I guess they still never nerfed tight end attack. So tight end attack has been goated since Madden 19, dude. More options. I'm going to play this game. I'm going to run out the clock here. Go to full game, run out the clock, and pin the final field goal. Going to hand it off here. Nick Chubb. Wide open lane. Got to lay down here. They're going to take a timeout. I don't care. I'm going to continue to drain this clock. 2nd down and goal. It seems like they want me to have the touchdown. I'm not going to accept it, dude. I need to drain the clock. Now it's 3rd and goal. Letting this clock wind down once again. I'm not going to go for the touchdown. Again, I know it's an easy touchdown. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm going to drain this thing down to 8 seconds so that way they have absolutely no chance of getting this. Where's my tap ability? I always set my thing to tap. I don't like this. I don't like this one. This is stupid. If I choke this, I'm going to be really mad, but let me drain the clock real quick. And I think I got that. Yeah, it's up. It's through. 30-28. I don't like how that works, that power thing. I thought I adjusted my thing to tap and tap. Either way here, I'm going to jump in on defense and make sure nothing bad happens. I'm sure the AI will blow it if I don't get in. Oh, don't let him take off. He's throwing crossbody and out of bounds. 4 seconds left. That was their one chance to try and get into field goal range, but they're not going to get it. And it is the final play of the game. They're going deep. Just pick it off. Don't pass interference, please. That's fine. And that will be 0 seconds on the clock. 30-28 as we will be moving back on to the conference championship. Hopefully the Cowboys are not there. Here to face the 13-4 Packers, the one team I did not want to face because I know that they would have home field advantage, but we're going to play them anyways here in their own home field at Lambeau. Here we are against the Packers. They're going to start out with a punt. We're going to start out with a punt, finally scoring the first points on the board. They're going to respond 14-7 here as we have the lead. 21-7. Nice start for us. 14-21 halftime score. 24-14. Great stuff. 31-14. Offense is pouring it on, and defense keeps holding the Packers to 14 points. And we are going to blow out the Packers at their own home stadium, finishing 45-14, humiliating them, showing them why we should have been the #1 seed, and moving on to the Super Bowl. And of course, we have to play the Kansas City Chiefs. At least our offense is 1 point higher, but still, dude. The Chiefs, out of all teams that I did not want to play, of course, it just had to be the Chiefs, dude. And J.J. McCarthy does go up to a 99 overall superstar X Factor with his morale boost. Everyone else looks good here. Surprised Beal doesn't go to X Factor after the seasons he's had. And Dwyer here is a superstar dev, already up to an 86 overall. W pick from me there. Yes, I'm glazing myself. And then Tompkins only has star dev. Everyone else here looks the exact same. Still a great season for us. But of course, again, we have to play the Kansas City Chiefs. Here we are against the Chiefs. They're going to open up with nothing. We had a turnover on them. 7-0 start, 7-7 start. Offense responds with 14. We get ball at half too. 14-14. Huge start for us with that turnover. 21-14. 17-21 at half. And we start out with a punt, even though we got the ball at half, but it sucks. Either way, 28-17, 2-score lead. They're going to make it a 3-point game here, and we ran the ball out. Thank God the AI has a brain, and with that, I've never seen that. I've never seen the AI just run the ball out and drain the clock in their opponent's territory. And with that, your Super Bowl MVP will probably be J.J. McCarthy, and the Vikings will win their first ever Super Bowl in history. Stephon Gilmore retired 1 year too early. I don't care. Probably wouldn't have re-signed him, but we win, and that is what matters. Your Super Bowl MVP is J.J. McCarthy, and your league MVP is J.J. McCarthy. What a season for the Minnesota Vikings, J.J. McCarthy, Dallas Turner. You love to see it. So this will go down as a successful rebuild, especially beating the Chiefs. You love to see it. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you guys like and or subscribe. Let me know which team down in the comments below you want me to rebuild next, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.